When you're first meeting a new prospective buyer, there's a way to put the buyer a bit more at ease. In 2016, the Harvard Business Review asked a cross-section of buyers across industries to describe the buying process, and the most common words they used were stressful, painful, and uncertain. So I know I recently had a prospect. We were getting ready to put together a contract for a couple years. The technology piece was that we were working with them on wasn't really reporting quite right, and they were upset by it. My first instinct was to try to justify and explain or defend. When I was able to step back and say, I can imagine this is as difficult for you as it is for me. I can imagine you have a job to do all day and you're getting emails left and right, blah, blah, blah. So we didn't have a solution right then at that moment, but when I just related to her that we were working and I understood a little bit, it changed the tone. There wasn't so much defensiveness and conflict. Buying's an emotional process, and you can expect buyers to react accordingly. They might get a little defensive when you ask about a problem or their budget or whatever. So it's natural to sort of have a little conflict or to freeze up or to even to get defensive, like I know I have before, but that won't get you any closer to solving their problems. So take away your own emotion out of the sale a little bit, you can focus on putting your prospects at ease. And to put unsettled prospects at ease, there's a couple things. One, replace your emotional response with neutral ones. There was a 2012 research piece from the University of New Orleans that said salespeople who can regulate their emotions close more sales. So if a prospect lashes out or don't get defensive. Respond with empathy, ask some questions, figure out how to come towards a solution. You might say, I understand we're not in total agreement. Can you tell me a little bit about what's going on? Or I'm sorry about the miscommunication. I know you're already juggling a lot. Can we clarify what you're thinking or what you're looking for to make sure we get this right? So those, replace a critical message with from you have to do this or this is a no-brainer with a helpful response. Your prospect shouldn't feel like a part of the problem. They should feel like a part of the solution. So here's an example. Replace potentially judgmental framing, like you should do this, with something more neutral, like have you considered? Or you can also frame the message through a neutral third party. You could say something like, some of my clients have found it helpful to solve the problem this way. Should we give that a try? So just a couple things about sort of evening things out when they're not going so perfectly in a sales call.